a huge fear of public speaking. I hated speaking in public to groups of people, and then it's really cool to look my senior year of college. I competed on this huge stage in front of lots of people, broadcasted, it was filmed. So I'm really, overall, just really proud of myself for having competed and gotten that far in it.
Before we get started today, we wanted to introduce ourselves and share a little bit about our background and what brought us here today.
So my name is Lucy Powell. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a double major in community entrepreneurship and public communication. And I'm also a double minor in consumer and advertising and community and international development. Part of me honestly didn't even know if I wanted to go to college. I knew I wanted to go to more schooling, get more education, but I didn't even know if right then was the perfect timing for me. When it came down to making my decision, I was looking for a school with opportunities and support. So I wasn't even really looking for specifically an academic program. I was looking for a place that would provide me with both social opportunities, ways to get involved, lots of academic programs to get involved in, but people there to support me through it all, because it was really intimidating for me not knowing what I wanted to do, and it was scary. I had no idea what I wanted to do. No idea. But I finally decided on UVM. It was actually the furthest school away that I applied to, and also the biggest school, which was also really intimidating. And I also never got to tour it in person because of COVID. So when I arrived in the fall of 2020, it was my very first time on campus. One of my first times in Vermont. Surprisingly, growing up in New England, I really didn't come to Vermont that often, and I was so scared. But right away, the second I arrived in my dad's truck, a bunch of just upperclassmen came, helped me unload my car, and they just took it up to the 7th floor for me. And they were all like, "Oh, welcome to UVM, like, this is so exciting that you're here." And my dad had driven away to go park the car. So it was a really good experience right away. And when I was looking in the different academic colleges, I could see that a lot of people came into arts and sciences undeclared because it was a lot bigger. But there was just something about Cal's being a little bit smaller, and then specifically CDAE kind of piqued my interest right away. So I was like, I'll be undeclared in Cal's with kind of like the thought of maybe going into CDAE. Before even arriving, I actually met with my academic advisor a few times. And I literally just told her things that I was interested in, things that I liked to do in my free time. And she helped me pick out a couple courses that she thought I would like. And one of them was a CDAE course. It was US World Food Population Development. I loved that class right away. I loved it. It was so much fun. It was a lot of hands-on experience and applying things to the real world, which I really liked. But we also had a good mix of like, oh, we're learning more data, more science, but also a lot of life science and humanities and learning about people and culture, and I really liked that combination. And then I heard about community entrepreneurship through a CDAE showcasing event where they talked about all the majors, and Trisha Shrum was talking about community entrepreneurship, and immediately I was like, that's what I want to do. That's like exactly what I want to do. And I was like, wow, who knew there was a major for the exact thing that I wanted to do? Everyone who I spoke to loved the program, and they were really excited to talk about it, really personable, and felt really friendly, which really drew me in. And then everyone was so passionate. I feel like passion is such a big way to describe faculty and staff and students in CDAE, and that was something I really wanted to be a part of. I just signed up for a bunch of clubs, and I got on their email list, and I would get the emails weekly about the events they were hosting and things that they were doing, which is a good way to see maybe what I would want to do. I did go to a few meetings, but I was like, this might not be for me, so that's okay to go to one meeting and then maybe not go back. I also was in the ski and snowboard club, and I've skied throughout my childhood and through college too, so that was definitely something that I wanted to pursue. Even helped teach my roommate how to ski. She never knew how to ski, so that was definitely an experience, but now she's been down black diamonds and everything, so if something seems interesting, try it out. Also, like, feel free to speak up in class. I realized my first 2 years here that it's not embarrassing to raise your hand or to ask questions, and it seems like such a small thing, but it makes a huge difference in your classroom experience. You get to know people better in your classroom, you get a stronger relationship with your professors, In my junior, senior year, I feel like I spoke out more in my classes, and I wish I started doing that my first 2 years here. Ask for help. It is okay to ask for help. That's something I did not like doing, and it's also very much okay to fail, because that's definitely part of the learning experience. Starting the spring of my junior year, I started an internship with the ARC program, which is the Academic Research Commercialization Program, and it's a student-run internship program here at UVM, and we take faculty-created technologies and we commercialize them. So they pair it with students, and those students take them and make businesses out of them. The program is really cool. Right now we're in our 4th kind of season of running cycle. And so I started it my junior spring, and I worked part-time in the spring working with a group of other students to commercialize a tech startup, med tech startup. And then as the summer rolled around, we moved to full-time. So we worked 40 hours a week, and we worked out of some co-working spaces downtown, VSET and Hula, which was so cool. I felt very professional. It was really awesome to immerse myself in kind of a very professional work experience and really be treated as a professional and not as, oh, some college student coming in to learn or to shadow. It was, no, like, these are real professionals. They just also happen to be college students. And we did a lot of networking. We pitched to investors. We looked for funding. We worked on pitch decks. We did a lot of customer discovery and market research. So we did a lot of real world application of what I was learning, and it was cool to use my CDAE skills, kind of the more like personal business skills in this internship. And it really showed me and kind of proved to myself that I can actually do what I want to do and follow this career path, which was cool. I took a lot of really fun classes, and I really enjoyed my time here. And it's sad to leave. And something that I never expected would happen was I feel like I am so ready to join the next step in my life and start my career, whether that's starting my own business, working for an existing company. I feel really, really ready to do that. And for me, leaving high school, I felt not ready to do anything, and it was really scary. And so leaving college, I feel like I had this confidence of, oh, I'm ready to do this. I'm excited to do it. My senior year, I worked on competing in the Joy and Jerry Myers Cup, which is a pitch competition hosted here at UVM. The grand prize is over $200,000. It's a crazy opportunity, and I heard about it in the summer. My friend actually, through my internship, we'd been talking about it at like our lunches, and we were like, oh, what could we do? You know, do we have a business idea we could pitch? This is like such a great opportunity. We can't just let it go by us. And so we thought of an idea, and I partnered up with my friend Taylor Moulton. We did our internship together too, so we had some experience working together in a professional setting. And we came up with the idea for a company called Sew Up, where we teach in-person and digital sewing lessons. And so I spent my senior year developing that business, not just theoretically developing it, but actually going out and starting it. It's an official LLC. I did some selling on campus for finished garments that we had created. I did some pilot lessons, did a lot of mentorship and advising downtown with professionals, and then actually competed all the way up until the finals. So I was one of 3 finalists, and it was the craziest experience. I never thought I would do that at all in my time at UVM.
So presenting is kind of my forte, but I feel like the Myers Cup has just been a huge culmination of everything I've learned in the last 4 years. And I'm not a traditional business student. I'm through the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences in the Community Development and Applied Economics department. So it was just absolutely amazing to finally get to use all the resources that I'd learned through that schooling and just put it into practice and kind of have stakes to it too. You know, it's not just a class project, it's something that could actually impact people and have cool impact in the environment. So yeah, it was really gratifying to see everything really pay off and really showcase like, oh, I've actually learned a lot in these last 4 years.